Ratio. Hello PowerFam. Today we'll be looking at simple and equivalent ratio, and we're going to be solving a lot of questions. So stay tuned till the end. Simple ratio. Look at the picture here. Then complete the sentences. The ratio of the number of blue squares to the number of yellow squares is. First, you need to count how many blue squares are there. So there are 3 blue squares and there are only 1 yellow squares. And they have mentioned the number of blue squares first. So you are going to write the number of blue squares first. And then they have mentioned the number of yellow squares second. So you are going to write it here. So 3 blue squares, 2, 1 yellow squares. By the way, we write ratio like this. Now let's move on to SIY. Solve it yourself. The ratio of the mass of the sack of rice to the mass of the cabbage is. The mass of the sack of rice is 5 kg, while the mass of the cabbage is 2 kg. So they have mentioned the mass of the sack of rice first, so we are going to write 5 first, and then they have mentioned the mass of the cabbage second, so we are going to write it here, 5 to 2. Simplifying ratio. Please look at these pictures. The ratio of the number of tarts to the number of apples is. Now if you count the tarts, you'll get 12. And if you count the apples, you'll get 6 apples. Now we need to simplify it. And when we simplify, we will get 2 to 1. Now how can we simplify it? It's easy. You need to divide by the same number. These two must be divided by the same number in order to get the simplified form. Now if we divide 6 by 6, you'll get 1. And if we divide 12 by 6, you'll get 2. And you need to find the highest number possible. Now these two numbers can also be divided by 2 and 3. But if you want to divide 12 by 3, we'll get 4. And if you want to divide 6 by 3, we'll get 2. Now we can still simplify it. So that's why I told you to find the highest number possible, which can be divided by both. Now please note that ratio could also be written in fraction. So for example, 12 to 6 could be written as 12 over 6. Fill in the blanks. I would like to give a tip here. Change the ratio to a fraction form first, as it will be easier for you. It's not necessary, but as I said, it will be easier for you. Let's move on to question 8. 2 to 8 is equals to 6 to what? You have to answer this. The answer is actually 24. And let's look at the method. First, I've changed it to fraction form. So we've got 2 over 8 and 6 over, we need to find the number. So remember that these fractions are equal. 2 times what number is equals to 6? These two fractions are connected, so 2 times what number is 6? It's 3. And we are going to multiply 8 by the same number as we did multiply with number 2. So it is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Let's move on to B. 28 to blank is equals to 4 to 3. You can pause the video and answer the question. The answer is actually 21. Let's look at the method that we've used. First, I've changed it to fraction form, and then let's look how we solve it. 4 times what number is 28? So we've only got these two pairs here which are complete. We're not going to do 3 first because we don't know what number to multiply the 3 with. So first we're going to solve this part. 4 times what is 28? It's 7. So now we know that we need to multiply by 7, so we're going to multiply 3 by 7 and we'll get 21. And why have a equation sign be here? Why is that equation sign is written here? It's because these fractions, this fraction can be simplified into this. So 6 to 24 can be simplified to 2 to 8. 28 to 21 can be simplified to 4 to 3. That's why they are equal. This is an important question, so please pay attention. Ali has pink marbles and green marbles in the ratio of 7 to 5. Now pink marbles are 7. As it is mentioned first, we'll assume that pink marbles are 7. And please remember that 7 is not the original number, it's only written in the simplest form. And green marbles are 5, as it is mentioned second. And 5 is stated second in the ratio. Also, the number of green marbles are also written in the simplest form, so it's not the original number. We can change 7 to 5 into fraction form. Now continue the question. If there are 35 pink marbles, how many green marbles does Ali have? So we know that pink marbles are 35. First, we've got the simplified form here, and then we get to know the original number. So there are 35 pink marbles, and make sure that you write it here. And now we have to find how many green marbles. So you need to first identify the connection here. It's always a multiply. So 7 times what is 35? It's 5. 7 times 5 is 35. So we are going to multiply 5 here with the same number. So 5 times 5 is equals to 25. So we've got the answer here, 25 red marbles. Time for a power homework. Let me read the question for you. Olivia uses 250 ml of milk to make 10 muffins. So this is the keywords here. 250 for 10. Question A. What is the ratio of the number of muffins to the number of milk? Now see what they have mentioned first. They have mentioned the number of muffins first. So you are going to write the number of muffins first, and then you are going to write the amount of milk. Also, they have said that you have to give your answer in the simplest form. So please follow the question. Question B. How much milk does Olivia need to make 24 muffins? You will get the answer when you simplify it. Also, you can submit the homework in the comments section and I will check it and will tell you if it's correct or not. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the comments section below. And any topic you're unsure of, you can also comment it in the comments section.